Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Molly Summers. Please hit that subscribe button if you like this content and give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it, and definitely please share me. I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway. Talked about this before in another video. Trying to set goals for myself. Algorithm on YouTube is kind of hard to conquer when you have people who have millions of followers. Obviously, those videos are going to get pushed versus someone who doesn't have millions or thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. So I really appreciate you guys for watching my video, talking to me, sharing my video, watching it, liking it, whatever it is that you're doing to help contribute to this. I really appreciate you guys so much. I am still going to be doing the giveaway. Like I said, my goal 100. I'm going to be doing a giveaway of like a bunch of samples of stuff that I have like already used and maybe have the bigger size products or just have multiples of the same sample. And so I'm going to give those away once I reach 100 subscribers. Right now I think I'm at like 40 away. My next goal would be after that to reach 500 subscribers, and I would do like maybe a mini palette or something, and then after that my next goal would be 5,000 subscribers, and then obviously once I reach, you know, whatever that point is, I would make a video about how you can enter it to win. But I do have my box, and it is in like an Allure beauty box right now, but it's just products that I've gotten from different places. It's not filled up all the way yet. I'm starting to fill it up, and this is kind of what it looks like. Samples, like for example, one of my favorite higher end mascaras is the Big Monsieur from Estee Lauder, and so I have a sample of that in here. Another one of my favorite moisturizers in the morning time to use is by Origins, and it's the ginseng. It's got caffeine in it, so it really helps wake your face up. It's great for morning time. And just a bunch of other samples that I'm going to collect. So guys, keep on watching my video. Please share me all over social media. Let your friends know about me. That way we can get a following started. And just like, again, I appreciate you guys so much. You just don't even know. So thank you for watching my videos and everything you do. Okay, so let's get started on what we're actually going to be doing today. So today we're going to be reviewing the Tati palette. It does get marked up fairly easy. It's not quite black, it's like charcoal. It's a nice heavy weighted palette, so it feels heavy. It's nice. It's just if you have like makeup on your fingers, which when I put foundation on, I've got my foundation, blush, bronzer, eyebrows already on, so I can do an eye look. So there's like remnants of foundation still left over on my finger. It can get on the palette really easily. You just take a wipe and kind of clean it off. But yeah, so this is what the palette looks like. I'm gonna open it up here. I know you guys have probably seen 5 million reviews about it. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts and my opinions. I've kind of played around with it a little bit. It's really pretty. I think the concept is very unique. The way she's got the rows of similar colors like Poet, Aurora, Soothe, Strong, Ritual, and Memory, and it's like matte, sequence, metallic, and glitters. Like, I think that's really neat. This concept actually reminds me though, so you know ColourPop puts out a lot of monochromatic palettes that are like, how many shades do they have in them? Like 9 shades I think they come with, and they're usually similar of the same color range. That's what monochromatic means. So this is honestly kind of reminds me. I wonder if she got that idea. You know, no one's ever put out a palette like this, and this isn't by any means like a ColourPop palette, but it's like those each individual rows, that's what it reminds me of. So very interesting. It's definitely a good everyday palette, a good neutral palette with a couple pops of colors, and I've got glitter all over my hands already. So far these top set shades, and I don't know if it's just in this palette, are very spongy. I believe this one has actually almost tried to fall, like if you're not careful you can almost scoop it out of the pan. So it kind of runs everywhere. I'm not sure if that's a flaw in the design or if it just happens to be this palette or what. So I actually want to talk a little bit about this palette before, and then we'll do some swatches, and then we'll do an eye look. So this palette is got The net weight is 75 grams. That's 3 ounces per little thing. It claims to be cruelty-free and vegan. So do you guys, what does cruelty-free mean? What's the difference between that and vegan? Vegan means that no animal products, byproducts have been used in the formulation of the eyeshadows. And they're not actually even called eyeshadows. These are all considered pressed pigment, and we'll get into that in a minute. So basically what that means is you've got your vegan formula. It's no animal products in the formulation whatsoever, which does get into the reason why this is not technically considered an eyeshadow palette and why it's not for use on the immediate eye area. I'll get into explanation about that more. There's a lot more palettes out there like that. Jeffree Star Cosmetics is vegan and cruelty free. There's tons and tons. And it's something I would definitely suggest you do research on, because I don't think enough people know about it. It doesn't necessarily, you can't use it on your eyes or anything. The FDA doesn't suggest that for certain reasons, and I'll get into that in a minute. But the other thing is it's cruelty free. So what is cruelty free yet? Now, she doesn't have the bunny stamp on it yet. She has to have, you know, the product obviously tested through, I'm not sure who decides the cruelty free, like who decides that, but if she gets approved, you know, her products will end up having a little bunny on it, meaning it's cruelty free. And basically what that means is that this product has never been tested on any animals whatsoever. So that is the difference between vegan and cruelty free. That means this product has not been tested on animals in the United States, or if she was to sell this product in other countries, it has not been tested on animals. There are some countries, I believe, like China, which I'm assuming this isn't being sold there. I mean, it's online. But China actually requires you to test on animals. So products in the United States that are sold in the United States that are not tested on animals here, but they sell their products in countries, I believe it's China is one of the big ones, they require you to do testing on animals before you can sell it to the market. So that is what cruelty free does mean here. And so this is, like I said, she doesn't have the stamp on it yet, but I'm sure she's claiming that it's cruelty-free, that this will have that stamp on it. So let's get into the vegan. What does it mean? Why is this considered not safe? If you go to the website, and she even talked about it. She talked about it on her video, so I would highly suggest you guys go watch her video if you haven't watched it yet. She talked about it. And if you read on the description on the internet, if you go to her website, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the ingredients, it says, not intended for use on the immediate eye area. Why is that? That is because it's a vegan formulation. That means no animal products were made or like in the ingredients whatsoever. But that poses a problem, because how do you get darker colors like the purples, the pinks, the reds? Those colors come from crushed up carmine if the product is not vegan formulated. So, and there are other brands like that, Benefit Cosmetics, NARS, a bunch of other ones that use beetles, crushed up beetle carmine, it's called carmine, to get that color pigmentation. Now that's safe for the immediate eye area, and that's actually usually considered an eyeshadow palette, where this is considered a pressed eyeshadow. Not even eyeshadow, it's called a pressed pigment. Is it safe to use on the eye area? Like I said, go watch her video. But from the research I've done, and I have all different types of palettes. I have vegan, cruelty-free palettes. So the vegan formulation, basically what's in the vegan formulation is you're either looking at glitters that aren't supposed to be safe, and this is the FDA approved in the United States. So the FDA doesn't consider anything cosmetics that has glitter in the eye area to be safe, and they don't consider anything with red dyes. So if the ingredients has a red dye in it, I believe red 40 is one of the main ones. And those are the, I guess, formulations, those are the ingredients that have to be used with the product to get that red, that purple colors, those colors, to make it vegan, versus it not being vegan and using carmine, which is a crushed up beetle, to get those colors, if that makes any sense. So I do highly suggest you to do your research on that. She tested it on her video. She didn't really touch in it on these colors, but I've looked at the ingredients. If you go to the website, this one has red dye 40. Basically what that means is it's not intended for the eye area, but it's not necessarily going to hurt you. You know, you need to use at your own discretion. I'm not a scientist or anything like that. You use something like this with your own discretion. But basically it has the ability to stain your eyes. So I don't know if that color will. I think I'm going to use this color today, so I will let you guys know if it stains my eyes. But basically it means that it can stain your eyes. I've used plenty of palettes before that stain my eyes. It usually stains my eyelids for like maybe 1 or 2 days. I cover it up with concealer and go on. It eventually wears off. You know, the more you're obviously washing your face, the more it's going to start fading away. So usually when I do something like a pink or something and it's vegan formula, it does stain my eyes, and it usually washes off within a couple days. Now the glitters are a different story. The glitters, not that they're not cosmetic grade glitters, because they are made with cosmetic grade glitters. This isn't craft glitter that they put in this, but the FDA in the United States still doesn't consider that safe for the eye area. Which to me that completely makes sense, because if glitter falls in your eyes, it can cut your cornea. Even, I mean, it's not the finest glitter in the world. I mean, it's not chunky, but it's not like super fine. Like the sequence in here has like, I don't know if you can see that, but it has like sequence glitter in it, but it's not like, it's like specks compared to this is straight on glitter. I'm going to use it because I like glitter. Now, it's not something I would use to wear for like an 8-hour long day at work. It's not something I would use for going out if I was going out to a club or something either. It's something I would probably use for more like a Christmas party, a New Year's Eve party, something, a special event that I'm only going to be at for like a couple of hours, because it does have tendency to get in your eyes, and that's why it's not considered safe in the mini eye area, because if it did get in your eyes, obviously it would hurt them. So it's one of those things, use your own discretion. I wouldn't use glitters every day. I would maybe use a metallic over a glitter or something with very finely milled, or even the little MAC, NYX also has them. They're considered pigments, loose pigments. Those are great. Those you need a glitter base for, like a glitter glue. Honestly, even though she said not to use a glitter glue, I have tested these on my arms. Not that like swatching means anything, but from testing those on my arms and leaving them on and they're just kind of blowing on my arm, some of the glitter pieces do flake off. So I would say use a glitter glue if you're going to be using them. So now let's actually get started. If you're going to watch this, I hope so. We're going to get started on the eye look. I think this is so pretty. I love this color. You could do lots of different things with it. Like you can do a neutral, like a really glam neutral, like this color obviously always starts out as a transition color. This could even be used to set your eyes with if you put concealer on and don't set them, because it doesn't really show up very well. I start swatching for you. Like that barely shows up on my skin color. It's basically the same color as my skin. And then we have this one right here. I mean, they swatch really pretty. I haven't used them on my eyes yet. And these are all the mattes. That black is like black. It is gorgeous. I would not mind using that black at all. We're going to go in with the NYX row on this hand, I guess. This is the sequence row. I'm going to try to get up as close to my camera as possible. It's hard to swatch. Like, I don't have a normal camera, so it is harder to swatch. I have them using my phone. I don't have a DSLR, so I can't really zoom in or anything. You can see those, like the subtle sequence, the subtle sparkle. Again, that middle, that aura color, you can barely see on my skin. With the metallic row, I think the metallic row is like super gorgeous. That one is really pretty in the Aura. I do love that one. That's a great inner corner highlight. And I love that for an all over lid shade. Like you can see actually some of the, where I swatched it over there, some of the leftover remnants because it slightly stains. I think that one's the prettiest out of those, but they're actually all really pretty. I like that one too. I like them all. Swatch. I'm going to swatch over here the glitter ones. I would say if you're going, when you're touching the glitter pans, be very careful. Because it's just, be very careful. I would say be very careful if you're touching the glitter pans. We're going to do this one right here. Those are gorgeous though. I'm going to do this one right here. Like very, very pretty. They all swatch lovely. I do say though, never go off of a swatch, because a swatch could perform badly and still do great on your eyes, or a swatch could perform really great on your arm and do really badly on your eyes. So a swatch is never something you should go off of when it comes to performance. Maybe when it comes to how it's going to look on your skin tone, I think it's really great. So if you have, like, I'm at my palace right now, so if you have skin tone like me, those colors are going to look like that on you. I think swatches are good for that. I don't think they're really good to actually test out if an eye color is going to blend and work really good on your eyes. Okay, we are going to go into, I'm actually going to go into the Aura first, because I didn't set my eyes, and I'm just going to use it to set my eyes with. It is really great to use for that, or to use as kind of a brow bone highlight if you want to highlight your brow bone, but not with like a glittery or metallic color. You could highlight your brow bone with that. We're going to go in with Poet. And I'm just taking a Smith. This does have kickback, by the way. Just letting you know that. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean the shadow is going to perform bad. But it does have kickback. Oh, and I don't think I've talked about the mirror. It does have, sorry, not trying to blind you guys, it does have a pretty decent mirror. I think I read, she said, where over time is you're actually going to be able to bend it back. Like, I wouldn't forcefully bend it back, but eventually it will wear to where you will be able to bend this back. So I think that's really neat. That way you can just have it out, or if you need to use the mirror, you can use the mirror. And try to get up close. Do blend seamlessly. I think that is amazing. Like, that did not take much blending at all, and that is crazy. Feeling that this one might stain my eyes, which isn't a big deal to me. I'll just get up and wear concealer tomorrow. That blended out amazing. Like, that is amazing, amazing, amazing. So pretty, so gorgeous. Kind of want to deepen it up a little bit, so I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller brush. I'm going to go in with the Smith 247 and just tap in there. Now that particular one, I did not get any kickback with this brush. I'm just going to rub that in the crease really, really good. Or brush just to kind of darken it up, deepen it up. Not that it really needed it, because it went on there fairly deep with that Sigma brush, which is more of a fluffier brush. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller brush, and I'm actually going to take the color sequence right here. I'm going to dip it on my brush, a little bit kickback, and I'm going to put it in the corner just to deepen that corner up a little bit. Actually flipping back now my eyes with this color so I can blow out my bottom lash line. Not much effort at all. I'm going to go back into the sequenced shades of black to kind of darken up my corner. Tapping that on there and kind of blending it outwards, slightly going into the crease of my eye. Notice that the sequence isn't really showing up on this as much. She did say to use not to really rub that color if you're going to be doing it. I picked this color more or less to be able, because it does have the sequence in it, which makes it easier to blend sometimes, because blacks can be harder to blend. Super easy to blend though, so I think that's really crazy. Like, that's amazing in my opinion. Go in with the sequence on the bottom lid ever so slightly. Go all the way in. I'm just going slightly in. Take concealer. I'm using my Instant Age Rewind concealer. This concealer is amazing. It's in Fair right now. And I'm going to just do like a cut crease, pretty much. Take some of the metallic color and put that on the lid. You will go in with some glitter. I'm going to be a daredevil. You don't have to do this. The look, you can literally use it like this. But I'm going to be a daredevil and go in with some glitter. I do think you probably need your eyes for this. If you are going to, your fingers. And like I said, you should use glitter glue. Don't do what I do. I would use the glitter glue because I'm literally going to take this off afterwards. So, and I think I'm going to go in with some of the sequins on the bottom maybe. Should I do glitter on the bottom, guys? Can you see that glitter? Take the Aurora in the metallic. I think this is a great highlight color. I'm highlighting my inner corner. Put some mascara on. I'm just going to use the Tarte Maneater mascara. Okay guys, I'm back. So this is the finished look. I think this is so gorgeous. I love this like so much. This is my look that I came up with. Like I said, I think this palette is a great everyday palette, plus some pops of colors like I did today. I really like the look I created with it today, to be honest with you. I think you could totally do this just like every day for like a simple look, or you could use, like I said, this color doesn't really show up unless you want to use it as a highlight at the top, a matte highlight. I never use matte highlights at the top of my eyebrows. If I'm going to do a highlight at the top of my eyebrow, like underneath my eyebrow, I would use something like this. Right, transitional shade always to use if you're going to transition into the orange or the darker brown. Like these could be an everyday extra glam look, and then you could add this sequence right here in this part of the lid, and then or you could do like this and then add this on the entire lid. That would be pretty, and then have that as an inner corner highlight. You could do what I did, which I used mostly I did that one, but I'd rather do that one than that one. And if you want to add the glitter like I did to the top of my eyes, you can. Use your own discretion for that. Great to actually transition, starting with this color, that color, and then that color. If you wanted to do a really dark, blown out smoky eye, I think that would be really gorgeous to be able to use with this. So far, using the palette, my final thoughts are, this is a great palette. This, you know, you shouldn't be scared by the fact that, do your research, and this is like, do your research about any company that claims to be vegan or cruelty free. That way at least you know what it means. I think it's really great when a brand is vegan or cruelty free, or both. But like I said, do your research about everything about when it comes to vegan formulations and non-vegan formulations. Why, when it's a vegan formulation, it's considered a pressed pigment and not just a eyeshadow palette, and why, even with the glitters, you know, that's one of those use your own discretion things. But I would definitely do your research. I kind of hit over the basis of that, but overall, I think this is a really great palette. I like how it blended. It blended amazing. The black blended amazing. Now, I did use the sequence. I didn't use the black one, but I think, honestly, this palette would be a great everyday palette. I do feel like, yes, a lot of those colors you have in other palettes, but honestly, I felt the blendability for this palette was amazing. It took me little to no time to actually blend the colors, and I've gotten pinks before because I have a pink in another palette, and it doesn't blend anything like this. This is like a berry pink. I have other colors like this in other palettes, and they don't blend as smooth. Like, I was able to blend this super smooth. So I like the palette overall. I think it's a great palette. So it swatched good. Not that that means anything, but it really blended really great on the eyes. So I think it's a great palette. I give it a thumbs up. I would say if you like Tati Beauty and you want to go support Tati, go for it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Generally though, it was a great palette. So guys, those are my thoughts on it. If you do have any questions, leave them in comments below. If you want to see anything else, leave them in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button down below. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.